have been redesigning a few MIOC because I totally rewrote their story. Not just their face, I made their body shapes, gestures, and even their hairstyle different for each character, so they all look unique, except for the twin of course. But anyway, this video isn't about character sheets. I want to talk about drawing their different hairstyle. To be honest, I have actually made a video about drawing hair before, but since some of you asked about an update, let's make a new one with slightly different approach. My core method hasn't changed, dividing the hair based on the shape and the flow. For instance, splitting it from side parts gives you the left and right bang, then just add the back area to create the full shape. After that, merge the layer, recolor it, and give the outline using borderline effect. With the outer line ready, just focus on detailing the inside. Simple, right? It takes less than 5 minutes. Too fast? Didn't catch what I mean? Don't worry, for the sake of this video, I actually create a 3D visualization in Blender. Those of you who saw my post might know that I have been learning Blender lately, and out of nowhere, I also wanted to try sculpting, and I managed to make this chibi head with curtain bang hairstyle. It's far from perfect, but I'm learning and I will be improving. As you can see, the hair grows from the root and falls to wrap around the head. You can also see in this 3D model that I made the hair strand using separate shape. And with this, we can export the object to use it in Clip Studio Paint. By exporting the file as an object format, I can import it as 3D object into Clip Studio Paint. This allows us to draw directly over the references to see how the layering, flow, and shapes of the hair works. I'm sharing this 3D model for free in Clip Studio Asset Library if you guys feel you need it. Just search for my account name or use the keyword chibi curtain bang. What's next? Since I assume you guys already understand how the hair wraps around the head, now let's learn about different shapes of the hair strand. I divide them into a few main types: spiky, rectangular, C-shape, and S-shapes. First, let's talk about the spiky hairstyle. You could say that the hair shape is kind of look like a grass. You can practice making it by drawing triangle shapes with sharp angle. Now, let's apply this spiky type to a buzz cut. First, you can draw the hairline around the forehead, make it look like an shape or a trapezoid. It's even easier if you use a symmetrical ruler. Next, draw the hair slightly past the skull line. Split the lines at the corner because that's exactly where we are going to draw the spiky shape. And the buzz cut is done. It's a super simple haircut and very easy to make. Next, you can go ahead and add other detail like small individual hair strand. Next is the rectangular shape. This hair shape has flat end which give a neat and clean look. A great example of hairstyle that use this shape is the Hime cut. You can practice this by drawing rectangular shape, but make sure to add a little variation of sharp tip at the bottom end so it actually look like a hair. Let's put this into practice. I'm going to draw a Hime cut with a headband. So, I will sketch the headband first to mark the boundaries between the bang and the back of the hair. Once the headband is done, draw the bang using the rectangular shape technique like before. Make sure the end look completely flat. Next, draw the side and the back of the hair straight, so it matches perfectly with the neat bang. Next, let's talk about another shape, the C shape. It's called a C shape because it looks just like a letter C or a crescent moon. You can practice drawing this by making lines that resemble the letter C. Unlike the previous shapes, the ends of the hair here will look sharp. Let's practice by drawing the middle part hairstyle. Once again, I'm using the symmetrical ruler to make things way easier. First, sketch the hairline to mark the forehead. Then, draw the bangs using C-shape technique like before. Always leave a bit of space between the hair and the skull so the hair look like have more volume. And just like that, the middle part hairstyle is done. Moving on to the S shapes, this style mimics the letter S and is ideal for capturing the wavy hair. You can practice this by drawing an S curve and adding some weight or thickness to it. Don't forget to tweak the end so it transitions naturally into hair strand. Let's practice this by drawing a wolf cut hairstyle. You can sketch the bang using the S shapes, starting from the forehead area, extending out past the ear. Make the hair strand wavy following the S pattern. A wolf cut has really volume vibe, so you can make the hair wider and flare out away from the head to make it look even thicker. The back section of the hair is quite long, so you can draw it extending past the neck. And there you go! Wolf cut hairstyle is done. Once you get used to breaking down hair into these different shapes, you can easily combine them when creating other hairstyle. For example, in this drawing, I'm mixing a C shape, an S shape, and a rectangular shape all together to create a short hairstyle like this. Now, I want to show you a pretty simple coloring technique. I break it down into two types, the quick way and the more detailed way. This quick technique uses cel shading, which is perfect for coloring style when making comic or webtoon. After adding the base color, apply shading with sharp, clean shape. This is why I explained earlier about dividing the hair into several segments. It makes it much more easier to decide where the shadow should fall. For this simple coloring, I'm use warm tone for the base color and the shading. Once the shading is done, I just use wet airbrush on the hair area near the face and add a classic anime style lighting. And the method number 1 is done. The second method is actually just about adding extra detail. This is perfect for webtoon cover illustration since it requires a bit more effort. Starting with the shaded image from before, we can add some bounce lighting using cooler tone, which is why I'm using blue here. After that, for the main lighting, I use a warm yellowish color. Next, change the line art color to something slightly darker than the main hair shading. Finally, add some small individual hair strand to make it look more detailed and natural. And that's method number 2 is done. Here is the side-by-side comparison. And that's it for today's hair drawing tutorial. Remember, you can always make things easier by breaking down the hair strand into simple shapes like spiky, rectangular, C shape, or S shape. You can also check out my previous hair drawing tutorial by clicking the video I have linked right here. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.